Hey, good night, everyone. Okay, we're going to get started just now, guys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome those persons who are joining us for the first time. My name is Christopher Brain. I'm your presenter this evening.
Good night.
Hello, good night.
What?
Okay, all right, let's get started, everyone. Okay, as I said, my name is Christopher Brain. I'm your presenter this evening, and we're going to get started with our crypto education first. Our crypto education, guys, lasts just about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we go into our PGI presentation. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and mute everyone so we don't have the background noise, and then I will unmute after for any questions you may have. All right, so once again, we welcome all those persons joining us for the first time.
There's no doubt about it. Crypto is making big waves. You've probably been hearing more and more about it on the news and heard people talking about it more. But there are those who've been just reading the headlines and discussing it, while others are getting busy to work on becoming part of this revolution and grabbing the huge opportunities. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Aluxers, if you're still not convinced of what opportunities crypto has to offer, well, get ready because we're about to spell it out for you. Number 1, it'll be the main currency in the future. One thing the economic crisis of 2008 showed us is that traditional banking systems are flawed, and it's been confirmed in 2020. More and more people are seeing the need for viable alternatives, and that's exactly what crypto offers: a secure, decentralized form of banking that takes governments and banks out of the equation. And the crazy thing is, even banks realize it. Just listen to what Germany's Deutsche Bank have to say. In their Imagine 2030 report, they talk about how fragile the traditional money system is, that by 2030, over 200 million people will be using digital money, and by then, traditional money will be already on the way out. And it's not just Deutsche Bank. Twitter's Jack Dorsey has said he believes Bitcoin will eventually become the world's single currency. Elon Musk has stated that crypto is a far better way to transfer value than a piece of paper. China's state TV has called blockchain, the technology that makes crypto possible, 10 times more valuable than the internet. Number 2, you need to get familiarized with the technology. It's the biggest technological invention since the internet, so if you're still not up to speed with it, you're behind. But the good news is, you're still in time to start playing catch up. Just like in the 90s when the internet was taking off, there were those who resisted adapting to it. And there will be those people with the blockchain and crypto revolution. But do you really want to be one of them? And just like we now rely on the internet for information and communications, it's soon going to be the same for financial transactions using blockchain. So if you're not familiar with using it yet, now is the time. What are you waiting for? Number 3, you'll position yourself better for opportunities in this space. Sure, you can make and receive payments with a crypto account. You can use it to save, but the really big opportunities come with investing in crypto. Just take a look at Bitcoin. If you'd invested $100 in it just 5 years ago, by now that $100 would be worth $2,500. Or if you'd got into it really early with that 110 years ago, it would be worth 1.9 million. The price of Bitcoin is still set to keep going on up, sure, with blips here and there, and to be fair, probably not as dramatically as it did before. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, and Lisk also have huge potential to grow and bring great returns to savvy investors. But to know which coins to invest in, you need to get educated and get some experience under your belt. So why waste any time? Now's the time to get crypto savvy and learn to spot the opportunities, because you can be sure there are huge opportunities waiting. Number 4, it's a solid alternative for saving your money. We've already talked about crypto's long-term upward trend. Let's compare that with regular money. If you took $100 in cash, buried it, and waited for 10 years, the amount you could buy with it a decade later could be a lot less than when you put it in the ground because of inflation. And leaving it in a bank account isn't going to be much better, if at all, because of the interest rates in bank accounts, which vary from 0 to extremely low. Disclaimer: yes, crypto is more volatile than most currencies, largely because it's still new and gaining traction, like at the start of 2018 when the price of Bitcoin tanked. But remember, it's more or less recovered since then, and its upward trend is likely to continue and win out on any volatility, and that's what makes it such a great option for long-term saving, something that will beat any interest rates banks can give you. Number 5, you're safe from inflation. So we were just talking about inflation, now let's spell it out in full. The problem with traditional money is it's always going down in value, and this isn't by accident. Governments and central banks do it on purpose, especially when there is a financial crisis, or this one in the year 2020. At times like these, there's a shortage of money, and governments try to get around it by printing more. In fact, 22% of all dollars that exist today were created in 2020 when the Federal Reserve injected $2 trillion into the economy. Making money appear out of thin air might sound pretty neat until you figure out the catch. There might be more money, but the amount of goods and services it's chasing stays the same, and the value of the money goes down compared with the value of those goods and services, and that is what we call inflation. That's why smart people trust gold more than money, because when there's an economic crisis, new gold doesn't just magically appear out of nowhere, and it holds its value. And Bitcoin and other crypto, just like gold, don't get created as a short-term fix to financial problems. That means that crypto also holds its value and it's inflation-proof. Number 6, it's way easier to get into crypto than you thought. Just in case you thought you needed a PhD in programming or maybe in finance to get into crypto, we'll tell you now, you don't. A smartphone with internet access will do nicely. In fact, crypto is way easier to get into than most traditional investments. First, because it's got high liquidity, that you can buy and sell it easily and quickly. Second, there isn't a high threshold to getting into it. For stocks and bonds, usually you need to put a large sum of money in, and you can't just put down $100. With crypto, you can. Better still, there's no institutions, no paperwork. Just get an account, get a wallet, track your assets, and it's pseudonymous. You don't have to give any documents or even your name. But we realize there's still a lot of confusion and not many people understand how this space works and how to take advantage of it. That's why
Hi everyone,
we decided to
Insert
create
that
the best course out there to guide you step by step through everything we've learned about Bitcoin and blockchain from scratch. It's called Bitcoin Essentials. You'll learn how the technology
here and
works,
welcome
how
again
to
to my
use
YouTube
it,
channel.
how to buy Bitcoin safely, and how to store it. Just go to alux.com/Bitcoin. If you want to be part of this new revolution in technology and wealth, this is something you really don't want to miss out on. Number 7, no one controls your money. So if regular money is controlled by governments and banks, who controls crypto? Well, the beauty of crypto is it's controlled by nobody and everybody at the same time. Let's take Bitcoin, for example. The code is stored in thousands of nodes. That means the computers of tens of thousands of people who voluntarily run Bitcoin software on their computers. There's no central authority or mastermind behind it. All users effectively retain control, and it's in everyone's interest to keep the network active and healthy. And running it this way has all kinds of advantages over banks. Like, banks are only open business hours of the country they're based in. Blockchain functions non-stop, and bank payments can take up to 48 hours to clear. Bitcoin transactions take between 15 minutes to an hour. Number 8. The best security on the market. So if there's no big, powerful institution monitoring it, is it safe? The answer is a definite yes. It's got the best security out there, and that's down to the way the information is stored. Anytime a transaction takes place and digital money gets handed over to a new user, that gets recorded permanently and it can't be erased, even after it's changed hands. And remember we said the data is stored by tens of thousands of users? Unlike a bank, which has one central database. If one user has an error, or if anyone tries to tamper with information, the other tens of thousands will cross-reference each other and correct it. And the bigger the network, the more secure it is. And in the case of Bitcoin, that's big, so you can count on it being secure. Number 9. The lowest fees by far. For any kind of investment you make, there are going to be fees. Fees for making, buying, selling, and even storing the investment. And this is also true of crypto. But the difference is that with crypto, fees are determined by users, and that means it's in their interest to keep them low, much lower than the ones you'll be charged by stockbrokers to invest in stocks or bonds. And the same goes for making transfers, especially international ones. Make a transfer through a bank and you're going to get slapped by a high fee. But with crypto, there are no institutions making a profit from these money transfers, which is a huge advantage to people doing business, and another reason why the adoption rate of crypto is just gonna keep going up.
We use money every day, but we rarely appreciate its power and its flaws. It's a tool that has been at the center of human progress. And as we build bigger and tackle complex problems, we're going to need the best tools available.
We have a global economy. We're going to need a global digital currency.
Cryptocurrency is going to be a great democratizing force for the world because it's going to level the playing field and allow anybody with a cell phone to access financial services.
This is going to transform how we think about a real global economy. I think in order to understand its importance, we first have to define what currency means. What currency does is it actually allows us to agree upon the value of something. It's almost like a communication tool.
There are different ways of coordinating human beings. One way that you can do that is with money. You can incentivize people to try to work on the same thing at the same time.
We started off building simple systems like a bridge crossing a river to very amazing things like rocket ships. We went from interacting with our neighbors to now transacting with each other around the world. And we want to make sure that people can move money freely. And our current financial system just doesn't enable that.
So the current systems are very centralized. And so we have big banks and big governments. There's a lot of middlemen who make things incredibly inefficient.
When you talk about the problems of the existing financial system, you can go to a situation like Venezuela where money is being printed and folks' savings are basically being destroyed.
The value of their wealth has been completely eroded. I think a lot of us in the United States sort of take this idea for granted that if someone gives us money, it'll be in our bank account and it's not going to disappear or be taken away from us. And that's really a luxury that many people in the world don't have at all. There are about 1.8 billion people in the world today who have a cell phone but don't have access to any financial services. And what's really powerful about cryptocurrency is that it lets anybody, if you just have a smartphone and internet connection, participate in the global economy.
What cryptocurrency does is takes the stability that we have and gives it to the rest of the world.
If I have a dollar bill, I can hand that directly to somebody else. There was no bank in the middle there. With digital currency and blockchain, it's actually more similar to cash, yet again, where I can send something directly to somebody else, and I don't necessarily have to go through middlemen like a bank or a credit card company.
We can go back to how we normally transacted, which is directly with each other without all these giant central parties in between.
When computer scientists talk about the concept of so-called decentralization, what they mean is to avoid this idea of a single point of failure.
A single point of failure like we have with institutions.
If you have a single bank and that bank has all your money and then that bank fails, well, everyone's out of money. Whereas if you have lots of different individual nodes, hard drives and phones and so on that have some money, well, they're probably not all going to fail at the same time.
So you no longer need the middleman to keep track of an internal ledger. All these computers are writing everything down for you.
That network effect makes it unbreakable.
So technology makes us richer and wealthier because you need less time or less money or less effort to get something done.
Right now, when people think of crypto, I think they think of investment.
There's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of talk of prices and how much money has been raised, but it's really important to see past that.
It'll shift to people actually using cryptocurrency to buy goods and services and transact in the economy.
And that's not just send money back and forth, that means employ each other or fund each other.
A more global economy is important because there is talent everywhere, but opportunity is not evenly distributed.
In a world where this technology is fully adopted, it won't matter what country you're born in. All that will matter is that you have a mobile phone and internet connection, and you have skills and knowledge to learn, and you can contribute to the global economy. You can benefit from the world, and the world can benefit from you.
Think about what kind of economy we could have if we had a global currency that we were all responsible for and all invested in. It opens up opportunity for everybody.
Just being able to trust that if I do good work in the world and someone compensates me for it, I will be able to keep that wealth. That's such a powerful idea that it actually encourages people to try to do more good things in the world.
If you've got lots of people who are invested in each other's success, literally, they're invested in each other's success at a broader level.
I think cryptocurrencies are going to be as impactful to humanity as the internet has been.
Digital currency and blockchain can bind us in ways that we wouldn't be bound before.
Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill, okay? We are entering a completely world of uncharted water right now.
Have you made any investments in Bitcoin?
So, I mean, I personally, I own Bitcoin in my hedge fund. I own Bitcoin in my fund. I own Bitcoin in my private account. It is a huge deal. It's a huge, huge, huge deal. Because what you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years, an unbelievably better store value. It is gold 2.0.
I think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually.
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin, and people have made fortunes out of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, there is no Bitcoin company, there is no Bitcoin building, there's not even a Bitcoin server anywhere that you could shut down. It is completely distributed. That's what's unique about Bitcoin. It is, for the first time, a way for the two of us to exchange value online without a third-party intermediary. Until the invention of Bitcoin, for you and me to exchange money online, we had to employ a third party, like PayPal, like Visa, like MasterCard, right? And we live in the 21st century. If we want to have a video call to China, we can do that for free. But to send a couple $100, which is essentially just ones and zeros being moved around, costs 5% plus takes over a day.
Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
You'll see Bitcoin trading at 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Rick Falkvinia does an excellent analysis. He predicts that Bitcoin will capture between 1 and 10% of the global Forex market, which implies a price of between $100,000 to $1 million per Bitcoin. Most of the people who are on the sidelines not buying Bitcoin today will start to buy Bitcoin when it gets over 1,000. And then a greater percentage of people will definitely plow into Bitcoin when it starts to get over 10,000.
Right now, the world is basically in the middle of a second gold rush. But the thing is, it's not gold that people are actually after this time around. It's Bitcoin, the biggest, baddest cryptocurrency on the planet. But the thing about Bitcoin is that because it's a digital currency, you obviously can't just dig it out of the ground with a pickaxe. So to get a better sense of how cryptocurrency mining works, we're here in northern Washington to visit one of the biggest Bitcoin mines in the United States and to see what goes on behind the scenes.
The whirring sound you're hearing is the sound of 1,800 servers computing. This is a mining facility. So we operate ASIC servers specifically for the Bitcoin blockchain protocol. As you can see, it's a warehouse environment. Our facilities manufacture about 7 Bitcoin per day.
The servers in this room do that by solving a difficult math problem called a cryptographic hashing function. In the simplest possible terms, they're solving a puzzle that's generated by the Bitcoin network. About every 10 minutes, a new puzzle or block in the chain is released. The reward for solving that puzzle is currently 12.5 Bitcoins. Working together, all the Bitcoin miners on Earth unlock about 1,800 Bitcoins each day, and about 0.4% of those are mined in this very room. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when we filmed this video, this Bitcoin mine generated about $70,000 a day. That's $2.1 million a month, all in this one room.
These are ASIC processors, application-specific integrated circuits. The chip design is specifically to run the protocol that is Bitcoin blockchain. It's code, right? It's specifically a chip design to run that code at a much higher rate of speed. So what you have to understand about Bitcoin is it's a commodity. Most of the world doesn't understand it's actually code with an underlying technology value.
Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are decentralized, with every transaction being recorded in the blockchain ledger. Bitcoin mining is essentially processing those transactions and adding links to the blockchain. Each link in the chain created every 10 minutes contains about 2,500 transactions.
It's held speculatively, okay? So how much money do you make every day is a function of not when we create it. It's a function of when we sell it. So what do? We manufacture it continuously, we hold it for when the price runs up, and then we sell it, we take the proceeds, and we expand our operation.
If you're like most Americans,
when should you ever sell?
Welcome, my name.
Success of our hardware.
The boy is officially a Bitcoin millionaire. This is insane, y'all. This is freaking insane. Like, I have a video that I'm gonna upload, like, discussing my story. You came at me with the bull. Why? Reacted up, got him shook. Don't let me change your girl status from married to took. They know reacted up, bagging. My views up, yeah, I'm bragging. Your girl probably looked me up. She love to see my reaction. You're sick and... What's up, YouTube? My name's Dante Backus. I'm an electrical and computer engineering major at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. So back in 2015, I bought about 70 Bitcoin for around $300 each, which was a little more than $20,000. At the time, I had a job at Best Buy. I was fixing phones and selling them on eBay. So what I want to do is I'm going to change this white screen to black, and then I'm also going to change the housing of this to matte black. And I was also day trading with the help of Timothy Skies. If you guys don't know who Timothy Skies is, go watch him. He's great. He taught me everything I know.
I was dip buying it. I'll get to BNSO in a second. Open bowl of
about trading penny stocks and trading stocks, like just being a day trader in general, and a lot of those practices that I learned from him watching his videos helped me out today. So as time went on, the price of Bitcoin increased, decreased. The market was totally unpredictable. So I held on to that Bitcoin, but I slowly started to sell some of it. I actually ended up selling 10 of it. Something told me to hold on to the remainder. So in 2017, when Bitcoin hit $10,000 each, I was gonna sell off at 10,000 because that was when everybody was like, oh, it's gonna burst, it's a bubble. But something told me to hold on, and I'm glad that I held on to it. Later in December, the price of Bitcoin hit 19,000 each, and something told me to sell it all. So I sold all 60 of my Bitcoin, which gained me about 1.1 mil before taxes, which is completely insane. Yes, I'm still trading cryptocurrency. In fact, in November, I bought about 112 Ethereum at 390 each because I have belief that Ethereum is going to be the next big thing. I actually have this app called Blockfolio that I use just to see what the net worth of my Blockfolio or portfolio is at the time. So as you can see right here, they'll show you like how much your portfolio is worth right now. So I have about $136,000 worth of crypto right now. In case you guys are wondering what I have some Ripple, I have some Stellar, and I have some Ethereum. And this is just what I use just to manage everything and just to see how much everything is worth that I have.
Okay, good evening, everyone. All right, so that's the end of our crypto education. We go into our PGI presentation.
In a world where banking and governmental rules tie us down, PGI Global thinks outside the box, breaks the mold, and feeds the hunger for success of its members. With growth of over 100,000 members in less than 12 months, we take our members' growing passion for innovation and cutting-edge technology and make it our mission to give them what they need. We feed them with education in the industry of digital assets, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance, DeFi, and trading. We feed them with a holistic vision and commitment to constant improvement. We feed them with the opportunity to change their lives. We have a dedicated Chief Innovation Officer to bring us into the future. A management team looking to new and better ways to do business. And a leadership group meeting every week. They are making it real. Over 25,000 members making weekly withdrawals. Over 1 million withdrawals so far. With the right mindset, you can achieve anything. With each challenge we overcome, we celebrate success. Are you ready to feed your hunger? PGI Global, creating and delivering results for people around the world.
Welcome, my name is Denise.
Okay, welcome everyone. Again, my name is Christopher Brain. I'm your presenter this evening. Okay, so let me give you a little background on myself. All right, I've been involved in the network marketing industry for the last 27 years. Got started way back in 1994. Basically was introduced by a total stranger in this area, but the whole idea, guys, when when I got involved back in 1994, it's amazing. I mean, the response are still the same today. Because the gentleman who actually approached me about network marketing, I honestly thought he was a con man because he asked me a question that no one have ever asked me before, and that is, have we looked for ways to generate additional income? And that question alone caused me to be skeptical. That was way back in 1994, guys. All right, so I'm still seeing the response in person today, okay, and how they respond when you want to introduce them to a business opportunity. So back then, guys, back to 1994, fast forward, I move up then from the traditional network marketing, and I start to dabble into advertising online and so on. And that's when I came across Bitcoin, and that was basically back in 2015 around there. When I heard about Bitcoin for the first time, I, like most persons, didn't pay any attention to it, didn't see it as something important, didn't even see it as something that has value in the real world. When I heard about Bitcoin, on my radar might start to get a little more interesting persons advertisements and so on. Bitcoin is roughly around $267. Then I didn't buy it because I come up with the excuse that it was too expensive to purchase something that didn't have any value in the real world. So I ignored it again. Bitcoin came on my radar back in back in 2016. And that's when I saw companies start advertising it and I'm marketing it, YouTubers talking about it. And I decided then to start to pay a little attention to it. I start to view ads that allow me to earn a few little satoshis as a bit of the coin. And then I got involved in Bitcoin investing, and that's where I earned myself 27 Bitcoins. Now, back then, guys, 27 Bitcoins was a big thing, all right, because, based on the value of Bitcoin back then, I thought I've won the lottery. But little did I know, okay, that Bitcoin is an asset that is limited and it's constantly increasing value over time. And let me share with you what I'm talking about, because if I had kept those 27 Bitcoins that I earned back in 2017 without, cashing them out, I would have myself just over $3 million. But of course, couldn't see into the future. So therefore, I take my profits when I can back then, not understanding that there's a limited supply, and that's one of the things that's also going to help push the price up over time. Okay, so let's look at screenshot here back in 2017. This is from my Bitcoin wallet. Now back in 2017, this 3.95 Bitcoins that I withdraw, okay, from my wallet had a value at the time of 11,608.33 US dollars. Now, if you look at those same 3.95 Bitcoin, guys, today's value, okay, those 3.95 Bitcoins is $223,285.60. Now, how many of you would prefer 223,000 over just $11,000? And that's what I'm talking about, all right? And again, it's because I had no knowledge, no education about this digital asset. So therefore, I just treated it just as how most persons would treat cash, that you take it to buy whatever you want, you save some, and you use some for your living expenses. Okay, so therefore, my job here this evening is to help educate you so that you know how you should really handle this digital asset to your benefit, actually. All right, what if you had the opportunity to earn Bitcoins now, because Bitcoin at the value of Bitcoin now, we are just around today's value right now. I think we just sit just from $50,000 again today. All right. So what if you had the opportunity to actually earn yourself one Bitcoin that value $50,000? So let's go with $50,000. All right. One Bitcoin that value $50,000. What if it can tell you, okay, and share with you, all right, rather than having to spend that Bitcoin, we can share with you how you can generate interest on that Bitcoin for the rest of your life and being able to pass on those Bitcoins to your children. They generate interest on it from the balance of their life, okay, and pass it on to their children. All right, that's what we call generation wealth. So therefore, our presentation mainly is to get you to understand, okay, you're not just about just earning Bitcoins, okay, or investing and earning money, but you're earning something that's going to give you generation wealth. And if you know anything about generation wealth, guys, this is what the wealthy persons do it, the billionaires, the millionaires, all right, their children born into wealth and will always be wealthy as long as they live, and they pass on that wealth into their next generation. All right. How many of us can say that we have generation wealth passed on to us? Many of us, for what we have right now, we had to start from ground zero. All right, getting everything on our own. But what if you had the opportunity to turn that around and break that generation curse off of you and your family, and now start to do what? Generate generational wealth that you can live off of for the balance of your life, and your children can as well. All right, so that's what we are all about here, sharing with you the benefit of holding cryptocurrency. Okay, so cryptocurrency is the money of the future. So if any of you haven't realized that as yet, well, you heard it here this evening. Okay, cryptocurrency is the money of the future. So why continue to work for fiat currency when you found a way, okay, that you can now work for the money of the future? So as we go into the future, therefore then that you are well prepared to face, okay, the financial issues that will come. Okay, so cryptocurrency is a digital currency, and it's also a cryptocurrency. So therefore, let me give you an example. Bitcoin is a digital currency and a cryptocurrency. All right, we have Ethereum, that's a digital currency and a cryptocurrency. Doge and all those coins that you're hearing about right now, okay, these are digital currencies and cryptocurrencies. Now, let's go back to the currencies that are just digital currency. Your credit card is a form of digital currency, but it's not cryptocurrency. Let me give you an example. With your credit card, with digital currency and your credit card, the digital aspect of your money, okay, is stored on the card. That allows you to travel and do things with money without you having to move with the physical money, but you're moving with the money in the digital format via the credit card or the debit card, right? So therefore, with digital money, we know it is not a physical money you have in your hand. Okay. Also, digital money is just fixed. It's a fixed amount. That means if you put down $1,000 on that card, okay, or your credit card give you $1,000, okay, on that card, you have access to $1,000. It's not going to increase tomorrow, next year. It will be just $1,000. All right. So therefore, it is fixed. With digital money, you can create as many more as you want. Okay, you can create as many more as you want. Similar to fiat money. Fiat money, we can print as many more. Our Barbados dollars, we can, but not us, but the government can print as many as they want, as they needed to. Okay, to inject into the economy. Okay, and that's why you're seeing some countries, you know, with high levels of inflation because they've printed way too much. Okay, now with cryptocurrency, there's a set amount and also it increase in value over time. Whereas with digital money, it does not increase in value. With cryptocurrency, it increases in value. So what if you had the opportunity to save your money in cryptocurrency? And because you have it saved in cryptocurrency, it goes up in value. So that means you put it down today and next year, when you go back to it, it is more than what you put down, right? And this is beauty, guys, of saving your money in crypto. So as I mentioned, the three areas that you're going to benefit from, okay, in Bitcoin is by saving your money, okay, from fiat to Bitcoin. You can also use it to get involved in investing. And you can also use Bitcoin also to shop like a regular currency to buy things online, buy a home, buy a car, buy food, buy clothing, you name it. You can buy anything with Bitcoin. Okay, so let's start. How do we store our Bitcoin? Okay, Bitcoin is not stored in your traditional bank. It is stored directly on your device, on your cell phone, on your iPad, on your laptop. Okay, whatever device you have, you can actually download the app. Okay, and what we recommend, one of the wallets that we recommend to store your Bitcoin on, and that is called the blockchain. So you can go to www.blockchain.com and go there and you can set up an account. And that's using the web version. If you have a cell phone, you want to download it, but then you just go to the app store and you search for the blockchain app and you download it. All right. So both will give you access to the Bitcoin wallet. All right. For persons who don't have enough space on their phones, but then you go directly to the internet, put up a browser, and you type in the website blockchain.com and you can set up an account there just as easy. All right, so just let me give you a little history on Bitcoin. The first Bitcoin was mined back in 2009. You notice the video that I showed you tonight. Okay, I was showing you how Bitcoins are created through a process called mining using the special computers called miners. And these computers are able to answer mathematical questions that allows them to get the Bitcoin issue for the day. Now, the total supply in Bitcoin, guys, is 21 million. Okay, and the total supply in circulation to date is just 18.5 million Bitcoins. Now we have 21 million, subtract from that 18.5, guys, that's 2.5 million left. Okay, 2.5 million left to be mined. Now those 2.5 million that's left, guys, there is not going to come in, you know, just bam, one time. All right, it's going to come in over the next 100 years. And why is this? Because there's a process called halving, the Bitcoin halving, that takes place every 4 years. And every 4 years, guys, all right, this is this supply that comes in on a daily basis is cut in half. All right. So right now we are at 900 Bitcoins per day that can be mined. Even if we increase the amount of miners, we cannot get no more than 900 Bitcoins. So if we add 50 million more miners, okay, thinking that we can get more Bitcoin, all it would do is the 900 will have to be divided by the 50 million more millionaires, okay, plus the existing amount for the day. All right. All that does to the network is that the more miners that participate in the Bitcoin mining, that helps secure the network because, as we all know, Bitcoin is distributed, it is not centralized. Therefore, we don't have one central entity, company, location, okay, that runs the Bitcoin protocol. That is run on, those nodes are run on thousands of computers, literally all over the world. So therefore, it's distributed rather than in one location. So that's the security aspect of the Bitcoin network. Okay, so let's discuss the halving so you can understand why you would always see a Bitcoin price increase. And this is kind of like a guarantee, okay, way to increase the Bitcoin price. All right, because if you look at the traditional commodity, let's say we have a commodity like tomatoes, all right, and there's a lot of tomatoes on the market, and then those tomatoes on the market got bought up. And then there's still a demand for tomatoes, but now we don't have much tomatoes on the market. What do you think is going to happen to the little amount of tomatoes that's on the market? The price will go up. All right. So therefore, supply and demand, okay, that's what actually governs the price. Okay. So therefore, Bitcoin operates in a similar fashion as well. We have only 21 million Bitcoins, 18.5 million is on the market right now. And we have a population, a world population of what? 7.8 billion people. If Bitcoin was just to go to 1 cent, that's everybody would be able to afford a Bitcoin 1 cent. Now that's where it started back in 2009. It started at 1 cent and no one was paying attention because if the world was paying attention, all right, it means that most persons will have themselves at least one Bitcoin. All right, so no one was paying attention and therefore it continued to increase in price. All right, because as more of the world population become aware of Bitcoin, guess what? More people are buying it. There are persons now hearing about Bitcoin for the first time, and there too will buy it. Okay, there are persons that's gonna hear it from the first time and they won't buy it. And guess what? Those same persons that won't buy it today or this year will buy it in the next year or 2 years. Same way, guys. All right, some of you have fall into that as well, just like me. You didn't buy it in the first time you heard about it. You didn't buy it in the second year. You didn't even buy it in the fifth year. You bought it later down. All right. So therefore, I'm saying to persons, it's time to educate your friends and family so that they would not get, they would not fall into that trap. Because really and truly, guys, by the time they understand it, by the time they realize it, Bitcoin will be more in value and there'll be less on the market. There are well over 5,000 cryptocurrencies right now on the market, but Bitcoin had them all. Bitcoin is grandmaster to every single one of them. Well, let me introduce you to why you need cryptocurrency because, guys, I'm saying to everyone as I meet them on a day-to-day basis, I'm impressing on persons, okay, why is it important to start saving and save, that's not save your money in the bank, but save it in crypto. Okay, let's look at the two examples here. Two persons who would have took my recommendation back in 2017. We have Ethan. At the time, he was 17 years old. And we have Anne. Anne actually was my English teacher at my secondary school. So therefore, I shared the opportunity with her. Ethan heard about the opportunity through his his grandparents. I was actually talking to his grandparents about doing a presentation at their home. And while doing that presentation, he was sitting in and listening and he decided, hey, yeah, that sounds good. I want to start saving some money in Bitcoin. And he saved 50 Barbados dollars, which was 25 US. We convert that into Bitcoin and we save it for him, okay, after he established his Bitcoin wallet. Okay, now that was in 2017. 2 years after, that's 2019, Ethan decided that he wanted to cash out because he had some bills to pay and he had access now, that 25 US dollars now had a value of 459 US dollars. Now, he did not buy more Bitcoin, guys. He did not buy more Bitcoin until he had $459. No, he just saved $25 worth in Bitcoin. It was not even a half, a tenth, an eighth. It was that small amount. Okay, and that's what I'm saying to person, when persons hear about Bitcoin and they hear a price of $50,000, $60,000 for a Bitcoin, most persons would back away and say, look, no, that's for the rich. That's not for me. I cannot afford one of those. And the key here, guys, is not being able to afford a Bitcoin. That's not what we're saying, that you have to afford a Bitcoin, that you have to buy a Bitcoin. What we're saying, that you should start saving your money in the currency. two different things. All right. I want you to see the value of Bitcoin is just as the exchange rate. So don't see the exchange rate as what is stopping you from getting into the currency, because guess what? The exchange rate is going to continue to go up. All right. So if you know the exchange rate is going to continue to go up, what if I tell you, okay, that you can start saving, $100 now worth in Bitcoin. All right. And you bought it when the exchange rate is $50,000 at the exchange rate. What if I said to you, the exchange rate by the end of the year, okay, it's going to be $300,000. Would you prefer to buy it with the exchange rate at $50,000 or $300,000? Exactly. 50,000 would be the better exchange rate. All right. And that's what we have. Okay. When persons start to buy into Bitcoin, because when they start to buy into Bitcoin, they will realize, okay, over time that they bought into, okay, at a certain exchange rate, it then increases because the exchange rate has gone up. The value of one Bitcoin has gone up. All right. Okay. So Ethan benefit from his saving, okay, money in Bitcoin. So that's one of the first benefits you can participate in, just saving your money in Bitcoin. Now compare that now to taking that money and putting it into the bank. If Ethan had took that money and put it into the bank or the credit union, could it have yield that much returns for him in 2 years? How many of you have at least $1,000 on the bank? Have it ever yield that kind of interest for you in 2 years? All right. In 10 years? Never. Okay. So isn't then Bitcoin the better option for you to start saving your money? You have to make that decision for yourself, guys. You have to also understand that when you put your money in the bank makes decisions, okay, with your money and without even letting you know. Because when you put your money in the bank lend that money out and get interest from the persons who borrow it. When you put your money in the bank can trade that money, okay, on the exchange. When you put your money in the bank can take that money and put it with other creative products that they've created, okay, to generate interest on. All right. And does any of that return come to you? So therefore, you have to be the one who start making decisions about your money and how you, okay, how your money is going to give you back a return. All right. And I'm saying to persons, as long as you're educated about what's going on out there in the financial world, then you'll make better financial decisions as it relates to your money. Okay. So, but on the other hand, sorry, invested, she bought $125 worth of Bitcoin and she invested it, the same company that generated the 27 Bitcoins for me. I recommended her to that same company and she was able to earn herself 13 Bitcoins, okay, from her investment, which gave her a return of 35,000 US dollars. All right. That's 70,000 Barbados dollars. It came in very handy for her because at the time she was doing some, repairs, but actually not repairs, by an extension to her home to build an apartment. Okay, and that came in very handy at the time. Okay, so we have one person who invested, one person who saved. Both persons benefit from having the money in the currency Bitcoin. But of course, the person who invests will have the better returns because investment is still the best way for financial freedom and not saving. All right. How many of you have been saving for years? Have it allowed you to become financially free? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Am I able to become financially free just by saving? No, guys. All right. Observe what's happening. Persons who becomes financially free are persons who take that risk and invest. Okay. It's important to put your money to work for you. So if you have been working 40 to 45 years of your life, okay, and you have not become financially free, it is simply because your money is not working for you. You are working for money. All right. When you work for money, it is hard for you to become financially free. But when your money work for you, your money will outwork you, your money will outperform you, your money will outproduce you. All right. And therefore, your money can create the financial freedom that you're looking for. All right. I mean, no one teaches us this stuff in school. All right. And if you had this information, this knowledge, okay, this wisdom a lot earlier in your life, of course, you will start to do what? Put your money to work instead of working for money. But your money working, it allows you to do what? Relax, enjoy your life with your family. And guys, just look around you, and you will see the persons that living a financially free life. They're able to travel, they're able to purchase the home that they want to live in, they're able to do the things that they want to do, okay? And you wonder how they're able to maintain it. and it's because their money is working for them. All right. We all know that we have a certain group in our society here in our country, all right, that teaches their children not to work for money because they're the ones who end up owning the businesses and employ persons to do the work. All right. Because they're putting their money to work. And it's time that we also wake up and do the same. All right. Instead of doing the same mundane thing that have been passed on to us from our parents and their parents have passed on to them. All right. And that is going to school, looking to go out, just get a good education and come out and get yourself a fabulous job. All right. You know, like some persons say a government job back then was one of the best jobs to have as far as security. But we all know that these are all myths and not, you know, in this day and age, that's not the case anymore. All right. Because when you look at, you know, putting 40 to 45 years of your life, then to come out and retire, what do they give you when you retire? What most persons get when they retire? A watch? What's that watch for? A rocking chair or a TV? Tell me what those things are for. All right. A watch so that you could watch the rest of your time go by because you don't have much left. All right. So just think about it, guys. I mean, what if you had the opportunity to retire a whole lot earlier rather than at 65 or 70? Okay. So if you've worked 40 to 45 years of your life, you've really just dug yourself into a rut, especially if you're not doing anything additional, okay, to bring in income. If you just depend on that one job, all right. Therefore, you're really risking, okay, your retirement, you're risking, you know, your livelihood because even if you are making, you know, the income that you think that you know, that you like or the income level, okay, that allow you to have a certain lifestyle. But what if, okay, circumstances happen, things like COVID-19, sickness, okay, you know, that can actually erode a lot of your savings and what you've worked for and save it for your whole lifetime so far. So I'm saying to persons, okay, you have to give yourself some other options. And one of those options, better option, is to put your money to work. So regardless of what happened to you in life, okay, your money will always be working. Okay. All right. So let's look at how the Patron Group International, okay, we work with this company and we partner with them. Okay. And this allows us to put our cryptocurrency to work so that we can go enjoy our life with our family and travel the world. Okay. So the Patron Group, who is the Patron Group? What did they do? Okay, the founder and CEO of Petroleum Group International is none other than Mr. Harvey Palafox. He's a former president and co-founder of AI Trades Global, the president and CEO of AI Trades the Philippines. He was born in the Philippines, raised in America. He lived there for 43 years. He's a family man, and he's also a professional multi-level marketer for the last 16 years. All right. Through the Petroleum Group International, Mr. Palafox have assisted 21 persons so far to become multi-millionaires. The company have corporate office in Estonia, in the United Kingdom, in the Philippines, in Singapore, and also now in the United States in Las Vegas. The president of PGI Global is Ms. Helen Graham. The vice president, Mr. Mark Davis. And let's take a look at the lineup of products that PGI carries, Bitcoin being the #1 product, okay, that the company carries. Now, I also want to mention at this stage that PGI do not sell Bitcoin. The company is a trading company, all right, and they trade our Bitcoin. So therefore, we have to come to the table with Bitcoin already to purchase one of their Bitcoin packages, where the company then would trade that amount that you give them based on the package that they have within their company. All right. And then we can then start generating earnings on those packages that we purchase. So the other product the company carries is crypto ATMs. These ATMs are going all across the world, giving persons access to Bitcoin, excuse me, and also to allow them to sell their cryptocurrency to the ATM as well. Okay, we also have Bitcoin trading platform. We have blockchain education, health and wellness products, and PGI debit card. This debit card, guys, is used to access your earnings. Okay, if you don't want to have it in Bitcoin, when you earn it, you can have it back into you in fiat currency by actually having it loaded to the debit card and then access it through the ATM machine. That's any ATM machine around the world. Okay, so before we go into our compensation plan, let's read you our disclaimer. All right, we are an authorized cryptocurrency trading company. We are by no means a financial advisor. We suggest you always consult your financial advisor if you have one. We strongly recommend that you do your own due diligence, read the terms and conditions, and understand them. We believe that once you do, you'll see what we see. And guys, remember, the company and myself, we're offering you no financial advice. Okay, so let's look at our compensation plan and how you can put your Bitcoin, okay, to work. Okay, so within PGI, to join the company and be part of the team, okay, you have 4 packages. We have a silver package, a gold package, a platinum package, and a titanium package. Under the silver package, you can purchase one of these packages from $100, $400 to $600 worth in Bitcoin. And the dollar amount, guys, that I'm referring to here is in US dollars, okay? It's in US dollars. Okay, under the gold package, you can purchase $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000 worth in Bitcoin. Under the platinum package, we have $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 worth in Bitcoin. And under the titanium package, we have $500,000 without limit worth in Bitcoin. Every package you purchase, right, whether you purchase a 100 or 100,000 package, all packages come with a $19 software fee added to it. Okay, what are your daily returns? Because as long as you purchase a package, you will now receive a daily returns. That's like you putting your money in the bank or the credit union, and therefore while you have it sitting there, okay, they give you what a interest on an annual basis or some every quarter, something like that, right? Okay, now with PGI, your returns don't come to you annually, they don't come to you quarterly, they come to you daily. So on your package amount value, you're going to receive a 0.5 up to 3% per day. Some days it might be 0.5, some days it might be 1%, some days it might be 1.5%, but what we recognize that most days it will be 1%. So let's use an example here, break it down for you guys. All right, so you get an idea how much you can earn or returns you can get back with just a $100 purchase or a $1,000 purchase worth in Bitcoin. With a $100 purchase, PGI will continue to give you 1% per day until you receive, okay, $200. So therefore, you just double your money. $100 to start off with. At the end of the 200 days, you now have $200. How is this possible? Because they give you 1% per day. So that's $1 per day, all right, return to you. And therefore, in 200 days, that means you will have $200. So every 200 days, okay, you can do what? Reinvest and earn double what you actually invested. So let's look at $1,000. So you start off with $100, you get back in 200 days, $200. Therefore, you made yourself a $100 profit. Now you go on and move up to $1,000 package. All right. That would give you $10 a day. 1% on 1,000 will be $10 a day. You receive $10 every day for 200 days. You now have yourself $2,000. So in 6 months or 200 days, however you want to put it, you have double your money. Now let's look at this example for the $1,000. Now, if you put $1,000 and you get it double, and you decide to reinvest that $2,000, therefore, this is what we call compounding. All right. So now you're now moving on to another level of earnings called compounding. So let's look at this compounding feature. Now, you put the $2,000 and reinvest it. All right. You don't earn 1% on the 2,000. No, you're getting $20 a day. In the next 200 days, now you have what? $4,000. Okay, so let's recap. We started the year with 1,000. We got it double in 6 months. We have 2,000. We take that 2,000 and we do what? Reinvest it, we compound. And now at the end of the year, we now have 4. So now, okay, we have at the end of the year, we have made ourselves $3,000 profit. We got back our 1,000 and we have $3,000 extra. That's our profit. So we've made a $3,000 return on our $1,000. All right. So guys, this is how you can actually continue to build your business. And this is the idea, all right, when you get involved in PGI. You know, I'm yet to figure out why persons will start with $100, okay? And we're talking an investment here, okay? And we're sharing with you how you can build and build, okay, your investment up. But some persons would rather prefer to sit down and wait on $1 a day for 200 days. It doesn't make sense to me, all right? The $100 that you're starting off with, guys, I want you to see that as you're just using that to open your account, all right? See that as how you get the account open up and get started. But when you get your account started, guys, you should start thinking of, okay, moving up your packages so that you really can start to make some money, get some money double, get your money working for you. And that's why I think some persons still cannot get it, because they have never ever put their money to work. You know, they've never ever put their money to work in their entire life. They've always been working for money. So some people don't get it, and it needs for it to be emphasized, okay, in their minds, because this is something that they've never done before. So I'm saying to persons, okay, always get back in touch with the person who referred you, or the person who's above you, that person, if they don't know how to do it, and someone will explain to you what's the best way for you to increase, okay, your earnings. Now, for sure, you should also plan out, okay, a goal of how much you're looking to achieve, how much you're looking to get back, okay, and things like that. Because if you have a project, let's say you're looking to build a home, all right, you will have an idea how much money do you need to get this home, to build this home, all right? And therefore, you have to then go about utilizing, okay, putting your money to work on different instruments and strategies, and how you're going to arrive to that total that will allow you to build that home. All right. Same thing here. You have to set a goal. What is it that you're trying to achieve? All right. How much money you're looking to earn back, okay, within a certain time frame. What kind of capital you want to raise? All right. Therefore, we can then lay out a plan with you, okay, as I said, with your sponsor and your upline, and how you can achieve that. All right. Okay. All right. So what if now, guys, you really start to get this thing going? Okay. How do you get it going? Simply start off with $100. Some persons might want to start with more, but I'm saying every person, okay, you want to start with $100 if you want to move on to the second stage of my presentation. Okay. If you're just a person who looking to invest, then I would say don't start with $100, start wherever you want. All right. Remember, you have from 100 all the way up to $500,000 worth. So start wherever you want, because it's only obvious if you have a $10,000 invested in 200 days, that $10,000 will give you 20,000. You were invested the 20,000. That means in a year, okay, we'll have what, 40,000. All right. You started with 10,000. That means you earn yourself 30,000 profit on your 10,000 within a year. You had the opportunity to double it twice. Okay. All right. So whether you come to, just to invest, PGI is the opportunity for you. Therefore, you don't even have to refer anyone, okay, to get that return on your investment. Your investment is an agreement between you and the company that you give them your Bitcoin, they trade it, and you get back a return on your Bitcoin. All right. And the company does that very well. They've been doing it for a good while, guys. And this is where I put my Bitcoin now to be invested and to get back my returns on it. Okay, now if you want then to use PGI also, okay, to generate additional income outside of your investment, then you can build a business around the PGI model. Let me explain to you. We have the opportunity to build your packages by buying into the amount that you want to invest in a package. And you also have the opportunity, okay, to refer other persons, okay, and start to build a business around a referral system. We all know that persons refer persons on a day-to-day basis. Persons refer persons to where they got their hair done, where they buy the shoes, where they get their hair cut, okay, all these things. People refer persons to things on products and services every single day without even thinking about it. All right. So really, truly, you're doing something that you already, that you know how to do without even anyone training you how to do that. All right. So I'm saying the persons, what we're sharing here with you is no new skill that you have to learn. All right. These are skills that you have already. And that is what telling persons about things that you find that's working for you. And therefore, if you have your package in PGI and you're getting that return, all right. So let's say you have your $100 package, your $1,000 package, whatever amount, and you're getting that return. You're seeing it working for you, and now you're inclined to do what? Share that with your friends and family. So here's how the referral system works and how you can be rewarded for referring others. You get a return of 6% for every person that you refer. Whatever package they purchase, so if a person purchases a $1,000 package, you will get 6%, that's $60. If they purchase a $100 package, you get 6%, which is $6. Okay, if they purchase a $10,000 package, you get 6%, which is $600 as a referral commission. All right, so the referral commission can be very rewarding. Now, when you refer two persons and you do it within your first 30 days, all right, two persons and you do it within 30 days, all right, and guess what, guys? Those two persons must be at the same package that you purchase. So that is what we said. That's what we say to persons start with $100 package, because with $100 package, it allows you then to do what? Bring in two other persons also at $100 package. That means it make it more attainable and achievable for you and for them, right? After you've done that, then you can move up and then buy the bigger package that you really wanted to invest in, all right? Because we all know that $100 is not going to allow you to become financially free, all right? Okay, so this is the referral commission. We sponsor or sign up two persons, okay, in PGI, one on your left, one on your right, and therefore this qualifies you also for additional 2% outside of the 6%. So remember, we have a 6%, that's the basic percent that you start off with, but because you bring in two persons and you do it within your first 30 days, guys, that's the key here, your first 30 days, now you have earned yourself additional 2%. That 2% now brings you to 8% referral commission, okay? So let's go on now to the next commission you're gonna get, which is called the binary commission. This binary commission that you have here, all right, this starts at 8%, but because you sponsor two persons in your first 30 days, okay, first 30 days, you refer two persons, they're all started with a $100 package. Now you earn yourself an additional 2% also here, all right? So therefore your percentage for the binary is 10%. So remember, you have earned that 2% in the beginning, it crossover, allow you also to qualify for 2% more in the binary. So that becomes 10%. All right. So how does the binary pays? Okay, let me give you an example. When you refer your two, one person is going to go on the left and the other person is going to go on the right. They must not go under each other. Okay, the company give us two links, one for the left side and one for the right side. So therefore, the person that referred you, they're going to send you their link. Okay, that is going to put you on their left side or right side. The same thing when you get started, you're going to have two links. You're going to share it with your friends, give one person the right and give one person the left. And that's going to put one person on the left and one on the right. And that now put your binary, okay, in position. Okay, so start to grow. Now, let's say your two persons now, they're going to do what? They're also going to do what? Sponsor two, put one on their left and right. Okay, so let's look at this example. You bring in two, your two bring in their two, which is four. The four persons sign up there too. So 4 by 2 is 8. The 8 person sign up there too. 8 by 2 is 16. The 16 person sign up there too. 16 by 2. Okay, it's 32. And we keep going on like that. All right, that's how it keeps going. All right. Now, can you refer more than two? Yes, you can, but only two can go on your top level. The rest that you sponsor is spilled down under other persons assisting them. Okay, but bear in mind, guys, even though you sponsor more than two and those persons spill down, they still belongs to you. You still get the referral commission even though they spill down. All right, you do not lose your referral commission. Every person that you refer, you get your referral commission. All right. Okay, so let's look at how this binary is going to pay you now. Let's look at the income generated as you start to build your binary. Okay, now let's use this example. Remember I said you bring in two, your two bring in two, each person bring in two. So therefore the person on your right and the person on your left, both of them are doing the same thing you're doing. They're building their binary. All right. So we have your right side, under the person on your right, we have 35 persons so far. Under the person on your left, we have 25 persons so far. This is just an example, guys. All right. It could work with different numbers, but I'm just using this example to show you the side that have the most, the side which is your right side that have 35 persons. Okay, and the most points or volume, okay, that means the most dollar value and packages purchased, that will be on your right, that has the most. The side that have the least, okay, this now becomes your payout side. So therefore the right side that has the most, that size accumulate. The side that has the least, that size become your payout volume. So let's focus on the side that has the 25 persons. 25 persons all join with $100 package that will earn you 250 US dollars. All right. Now you can take that 250 US dollars and you can do what? Upgrade, buy up yourself to the next level. Okay. Excuse me. Because this is what we're talking about. How do you compound? How do I move myself up? The goal here is to share with you how you can move yourself up gradually all the time from your earnings, okay, and earn yourself one full Bitcoin. Okay, that's the goal, is to earn yourself one Bitcoin. Okay, so now we look at the 25 persons. All of them have do what? Move up just like you. Buy up on that to the next package. They all buy a 400 package that will earn you $1,000. Bam. So you see how you know you afford your $1,000 package? So now you've just move up. Okay, your 25 persons all do what? Move up to this 600 package that will earn you $1,500. Guess what? You take that and you do what? Buy yourself some more packages. 25 persons all move up to a $1,000 package that will earn you $2,500. You do what with it? Buy yourself some more packages. So therefore now you have in total, okay, earn 5,250 US dollars. So you start off with, from those persons, those 25 persons, with what? $100 package, and they all upgrade. The same thing, guys. You earning, you also don't, you also upgrading as well. So therefore, you have now have a total of $5,250 reinvested in PGI in packages. Now you've earning yourself. PGI is gonna do what? Double it. That's what they do. Every package that you purchase, PGI is double it. So therefore, you have a total of 5,250 PGI double it. It now becomes 10,500 US dollars. Okay, now let's take this a next further. You have the 10,500, you know what? You're gonna what? Reinvest it, compound it. All right. This now brings you up to 21,000. Take 21,000, reinvest it. This now brings you to 42,000. The 42,000 invested, this now brings you to 84,000. I guess you guys get the drift by now, right? Okay, but it's entirely up to you how much or how long you want to continue to do what? Reinvest and compound. All right. Now, of course, persons would also make the decision, okay, well, I'm going to build up to a certain amount, and then from there, I will then start to draw my interest from there, because it's based on what you're looking for. All right, what you want to achieve. Do you want to achieve just $1 a day, or do you want to achieve $100 a day? What if you earn it yourself? Okay, you have invested, okay, $10,000. You build up till you get to $10,000. Think about it, $10,000. This will give you $100 a day. $100 a day by 30 days, guys. That's 3,000 US. That's 6,000 Barbados dollars. All right. So that's what I'm saying. You can build up to a certain point, and then you can start drawing your interest and just live off the interest and still have your $10,000 worth in Bitcoin working for you. All right. This is what we're talking about, generation wealth now. All right. So you don't have to get rid of the asset by going and spending it. All right. But you can do what? Keep it invested and just draw the interest from it. And that interest is what then you can do what? Spend and do the things that you want to do. $6,000 a month. Can anyone live a little better with $6,000 a month? Can anyone see that as a way to help them get out of debt? Yeah. Can anyone see that as a way to help them build the home or renovate the home? Yeah. Okay. So that's what we are talking about. All right. Get back in touch with the person who invited you. Don't delay. Get started today. All right. So let me just open up. For any questions anyone may have, let me just open up the chat. Okay, because I have everyone muted at this time. Okay, so right now you're all unmuted. You can go ahead and unmute yourself, and I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So anyone with any questions, I'm here to answer your questions. Go right ahead.
Good night.
Hey, Sandra. Good night.
Hi.
Good to have you on.
Okay, so based on what, thank you. So based on what you explained just now, it is only when you upgrade to a certain package do you actually receive a Bitcoin?
Okay. All right. Now, one Bitcoin, just let me share with you. For one Bitcoin right now, all right, on
Okay.
the market right now, one Bitcoin. That's gonna bring it up so that you can see what's today's value. Just me refresh. Right. So right now today's value is roughly around $50,000, right?
Okay.
You can see that? You can see that, Sandra?
Yeah. Yes, I can see.
Right. Okay. So one Bitcoin is roughly around $50,000. You invested $100 and worth in Bitcoin, so you don't have a full Bitcoin yet because the value for one full Bitcoin is $50,000. Okay. So what you're doing in PGI, you're investing a certain amount, okay, and therefore, in order to get to one Bitcoin, you have to do what? Reinvest till your earnings or your returns get up to that amount that will allow you to earn one Bitcoin. So that's value.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got you.
Right. So that's the reason for doing what? Compounding and buying and moving up in packages. Because the more package you have, the higher in value in the package, it means the more return you will get. Because if I'm getting a return on $100 package and I'm getting it double to get two, that means if I have a 10,000, I get it double, I'll have 20,000. You with me?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So guys, also bear in mind, I'm just giving you an example, all right? Not to say that there's some person might not want to go this far. A person might say, look, I could just go as far as I'm compounding till I get to, 5,000, 1,000. It's entirely up to you. It is, as I said, it is what are you trying to achieve, all right? So if a person say, well, I'm only comfortable or only want to get an additional, $50 a day, all right, that means you must have at least build up in packages. Your package value should at least be $5,000. A $5,000 package will give you $50 US a day. All right. So that's basically what I try to explain to persons and then being able to reach the goal that they set. Okay, and how to go about achieving that goal, because you must understand that you have to set goals that are realistic. All right, you cannot earn $5,000 with a $100 package. All right, it's impossible. All right, not saying that it's impossible. I shouldn't put it that way, because if you start with a $100 package, you hold it there, you have to what? Build it, compound it. But if a person only keep a $100 package, never add to it, don't build a business, then it is impossible to have a return of $5,000.
Okay, so as you are building the packages, you're building the passive income, is what you're saying?
Yes, you're building your passive income as correct. You got it right. As you build your packages, you're building your passive income. Okay, because you're putting that money to work to get back that return. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, we have a hand up. We have Romans.
Yeah, so if you I just start with a $100 package, right? If you want to go straight into the $1,000 package, you can do that.
Yes, correct. I've had persons who start with a $100 package and then went straight into the 1,000, from the 1,000 straight to the 5,000. All right. Yeah.
And then you go open a PayPal account or what account you go use?
Well, based on what we have on how we acquire the Bitcoin, okay, we go through PayPal to pay for the package. But right now, persons can actually bring the cash and we can get it for them in Bitcoin, right? But again, as I said, we also utilize the PayPal because our contact that purchase our Bitcoin for us, okay, lives outside of Barbados, which then allow us to access Bitcoin through that individual. So we send them the payments via PayPal. That's the reason for the PayPal account. We send them the payments via PayPal so that they can then purchase the Bitcoin for us.
So you go connect the PayPal to a bank account.
Well, you connect with here in Barbados, connect your PayPal to your credit card. Your credit card is or your debit card is connected to your bank already.
Okay. All right.
Right. Yeah. But as I said, right now you get the cash to the person who invited you. They will tell you, the package amount and how much is it in value in Barbados dollars. You get that cash to me, and therefore then I get the Bitcoin for you for your package. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
So question. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I feel like those other packages for bring the money to you too.
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is my second time hearing the presentation and trying to understand fully what
Understand.
it's about.
Right.
And in another presentation, the person said, sorry, when you just said that when you join and then you bring on two persons, that they have to have the same value, the same
package.
package
Right.
value as you do. But I thought it was that or higher, or they can't have it lower than, and they can't have it lower than one that's lower than yours. So if you're upgrading, and they do not choose to upgrade, or they upgrade to a level under, say went to the 10,000 and then, but they only stopped at maybe the 600 package in silver,
Mm-hmm.
how will that affect my residual or my passive income, or it
Okay.
wouldn't affect it?
Good question. Very good question. Okay. Now, when you start off with the reason for starting with a $100 package, because as I said, the person that you refer, for you to get that boost up, that 2%, that's the reason for that. The 2% boost up, for you to qualify for that boost up, the two persons that you sign up must be at the same package level that you start with. So let's say you start with a 1,000 package, right? That means for you to get 2%, you will have to find two persons with a 1,000 package that was joined with the 1,000 package. You with me? Okay, but it will be a lot easier for you to find two persons who start with a 100 package rather than a 1,000 package, right? So that's what we say. So that's what we say. The person start, even though you might want to do a 1,000 package, start with a 100 package so that you can sponsor your two persons first with a 100 package. Because now
sponsor as in pay for them.
No. Okay. Okay. No, not. I think that's yes. I mean, I think we some persons use the word sponsor in that context, but this sponsorship in this context, this sponsorship in this context basically means two persons that join the company, okay, using their own money, all right, that you refer, okay. Just like someone's sharing here with you, they're going to refer you, and you join, and therefore you're going to pay your own investment for your own package. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So in that working terms, we use the word sponsor, but it's not the sponsor where you pay for the person or pay their bill.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So I use the word sign up. We sign up two persons in PGI. All right. Okay. So that's the reason for bringing in two persons at that 100 level. So it makes it easier for you to qualify for your 2%. All right.
Do you have to bring in two persons?
To qualify, not you don't have to only to qualify for the 2%, only if you want to qualify for the additional 2%. If you don't bring in two persons, then you would only benefit from the passive income, which is the return of the 1% on your package. Now, whether a person moves to 1,000 or 10,000 that you sponsor, that does not affect your passive earnings. Your passive earnings are paid to you whether you refer anyone or not. Okay, so based on your package, if you have a $5,000 package or $10,000 package, you earn that 1% on it every single day, regardless if anybody joined the business today or not. You know, there are programs out there that you only earn money when people join. No, this is not that type of program. As I said, you're putting your money to work. Okay, so therefore the passive part of our business, every single person that joined PGI participate in that. That means a person can be part of PGI a year passed, they haven't had anyone join, they will still earn their 1% every day, regardless of anybody join PGI or not.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So
the
referral commission and so that we mentioned, all this is additional to that. Okay. And this here then allows you then to then what? You take that money that you're earning from the referral commission and the binary bonus, you take that and you use that to do what? Buy up and increase your package. That's right. Correct. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Romans, go ahead.
Hello?
Guys, this should go.
Okay. So,
I placed the question in the chat. Yes, please.
Okay.
Hi, I placed the question in the chat, but I'll go ahead and read it out anyway.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
You mentioned the debit card. So my question was, at what stage would you receive the debit card, and at what stage are you allowed to withdraw monies that you receive from the debit card? And I guess I'll pause for you to answer that question, because I also have another question in the chat.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the first question would be the debit card. Okay. So you can purchase the debit card at any given time when you join PGI. It's there in the back office to purchase. All right. I think the price of the debit card is what, $25 US for the debit card. The debit card allows you to access your commission. So therefore, when you withdrawing commission that you earn, and I explained was the minimum amount that you can withdraw. But when you withdraw commission, you have the opportunity to withdraw it back to your Bitcoin wallet or to the debit card. Okay, the company is just launching a new working with another provider where they also allow us to have a virtual card and also the physical card. The virtual card would allow you to have the card, access to using the card online, okay, and purchasing stuff online. All right, and then the physical card, of course, will be persons who want to be able to use the card in the ATM machine or directly at point of sales, supermarket, and so on. All right. Now, when you withdraw to the card, it's not kept in Bitcoin; it's kept there in US dollars. All right.
Cash.
Yes, right. So you have access to the cash through the ATM. Okay, but when you put it in Bitcoin now, it goes to your Bitcoin wallet on your phone or whatever device you have your Bitcoin wallet on. Okay, now if you have Bitcoin and you want to cash out those Bitcoins now, because you might bring it to your wallet in Bitcoin because you don't want to cash it out yet, right? Because don't forget, one of the key things in Bitcoin is to cash out when the value is at the market is at the right time to get the maximum from it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Remember I said to you, I cash out mine way too early, right? And even I did not even cash out the same year when they had the all-time high. The all-time high that year, okay, was because as you can see, that was in June. The all-time high was in November, December of the same year, and it was at $19,800, way higher than when I cashed out back in June. So that's the reason then to bring your money, your earnings back to Bitcoin. So therefore, you capitalize on Bitcoin as Bitcoin go up further this year. Okay, now what if you want to cash out those Bitcoins now? All right, you have the opportunity to cash them out back to our group, to our community. All right, we have members that always looking for Bitcoin because we have people always joining. So therefore, we have members that want to buy Bitcoin. So therefore, we buy your Bitcoin so other persons in our community can get Bitcoin. All right. Again, that also saves us from having to go through the banking system as far as getting through credit card and so forth. Right. Okay. There's a fee there, but not as high as going through the other the monetary system. Okay. Also, there's a company here in Barbados called Bitcoin BB. They're located. Yeah. You're right. They're just about to open up. They've been on hold for a little while during the COVID, but they said they'll open up shortly. Again, that's where we can also cash out our Bitcoin as well. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have those options.
You kind of, for my second question, you kind of touched on it a bit because I was asking, based on what you were saying, that the company invests on our behalf and then they trade or reinvest the money and we get percentages on a daily basis. So my question was to ask if we actually own the Bitcoin or if at some point in stage we will own the Bitcoin. So you kind of answered it, but if you could explain how that works a little bit more, because let's say, for instance, I make $100 investment. And the company invests that in Bitcoin on my behalf. When you spoke about going into our Bitcoin wallet, so whatever, it's physically there in our wallet, but the company is still investing on our behalf. I know that's a little bit technical. I'm not sure if I might be confusing anything.
Yeah, no, I understand you clearly. Okay. All right. Before I answer your question, also let me answer the other question that I was supposed to cover, and that is the minimum withdrawal. Okay. When you're withdrawing from PGI from your earnings, the minimum withdrawal, okay, is $100. Okay, the minimum withdrawal is $100. You can withdraw Monday to Friday, but you only allow one withdrawal per week. So if a person withdraw on Monday, okay, you can't come and withdraw on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Only one withdrawal per week, but the withdrawal is open up Monday to Friday. Okay, from 6 in the morning to 12 noon from Monday to Friday, but minimum of $100 US. Now, if you have a $1,000 package, all right, every package you have above 100 package, you get to withdraw 50% of that value. So therefore, if I have a 1,000 package, I can withdraw up to $500, okay, at one given time per week. All right. Okay. There are some other areas that you can also utilize for those persons who want to compound, where instead of withdrawing the funds out of the system to your Bitcoin wallet to bring it back in to buy a package, you have the opportunity to withdraw it to an internal wallet called the agreement fund wallet, and therefore it stays in the system, and you can continue to withdraw to that wallet to accumulate to the amount of money that you want to buy the package that you want as well. All right, that when you withdraw to that area, that's 5%. When you withdraw externally out to your Bitcoin wallet, that's a 8% fee. Okay. And because of course moving Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency around requires a fee on the blockchain. All right. So the company take that fee out in order to send you that withdrawal that you requested. Okay. Okay, now when you wait, let's look at now your investment. Now, when you invest, okay, your $100, you're investing it in Bitcoin already. So you're giving the company Bitcoin. You first we acquire our Bitcoin first, then you buy the package using Bitcoin to purchase the package. All right. So when the person bring the funds to me in Barbados dollars, we convert that into Bitcoin, and therefore we allow them then to activate their package that they want, and then we go ahead and make that payment, okay, for their package. Now the interest that they earn goes into their account. All right. When you withdraw the interest, when it gets a minimum of $100, as I said, you have the opportunity now to bring it where? To your own Bitcoin wallet. So when it comes into your Bitcoin wallet, then you actually own the Bitcoin. You have the Bitcoin in your possession. But when it's in the company, it is in the company's possession, okay, and not in your wallet. So the company can't trade it being in your wallet. It has to be in their possession so that they can transfer it onto the Bitcoin exchange where they can trade it, okay, and then give you back a return on it on a daily basis. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Katrina.
Yes, please. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Okay. All right.
Two more questions. Is there an annual fee for the usage of the card? And I heard you stressing on 100 on Barbados dollars. So this is 100 Barbados dollars to start, or 100 US dollars to start?
No, all figures are in US dollars. All figures are in
Okay.
US dollars. Our
Good.
presentation, everything is in US dollars. All right. So
Okay,
therefore,
brilliant.
we will give you the Barbados
200 Barbados dollars to start.
we will give you the breakdown in Barbados dollars, which includes the fees and so on. All right. So it won't be 200 Barbados
Okay.
dollars. That's that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Also, the card, well, we here haven't ordered the card as yet. I don't think anyone here in our team has ordered the card as yet, but most of these debit cards, okay, but operate either by you renewing the card, getting a new card. Okay, so you purchase the card, it will last for a certain time because it's a debit card and not a credit card. It's a debit card. So the money that you pay for the card will allow you to have the card and use the card for the time period of the expiration date. And then you do what? Purchase yourself another card after that time, right? And I guess some most debit cards last what, 2-3 years, something like that. Okay.
Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. Roman?
Tell her, is Katrina aware that there's the $19 license fee for the software fee on the package?
We mentioned that on all packages. That's what I said to her, that it's not $200 directly, there are fees involved. So therefore she will be able to get to know the fees, the total. All right. Okay, Roman, have another question?
Yeah, so the total is $240, right? PJ?
No, it's 285 Barbados dollars. As I said, get back to the person who referred you and they will walk you through all the packages, costs, and Barbados dollars. All right.
That's the only first package.
Yeah, so the first package is $285 Barbados.
So when you buy the 200 per package, right? So that's use that
That's
leave that hand and
that's the 100 US package, 100 US value in Bitcoin
but
package.
that is rollover. Is that does that roll over and go to the the 200 package or like so?
No. That you're gonna receive your 1% on that for 200 days. On 200 days, it comes to N. Okay, in 200 days, it comes to N. So you don't roll over. We don't have any packages that roll over. You're the one who have to buy your next package. Okay. All right. That's your decision to make. The company doesn't roll over, move you up to levels. You're the one who have to actually pay attention and move up your own packages to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. Because don't forget, it's money being invested. So you're the one who has to make that decision.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Understand you.
So you can have multiple 100 package going. So a person can start with a 100 package today and then say, like, no, next week I want to buy myself another 100 package, or next month I want to buy another 100 package, or you start with a 100 package and they want to add a 400 package, right? Or I want to add a 1,000. You can have multiple packages running all at the same time. Right. So every package. So let's say you have a 100 package running. That's $1 there. Then you decide to buy yourself a 600 package. That's $6 plus $1. You're getting $6 per 600 package plus $1 per 100 package. That's $7 a day in total you're earning. You decide to buy yourself a 1,000 package. Now you're getting what? $10 plus 6 plus 1. With me? So that's $17 per day. So the more packages you have, it simply means the more your returns will be on a daily basis.
Yeah, I get you, Nate.
Yeah. All right. But every package, you're the one who has to buy it. It doesn't one roll over to the next and upgrade you automatically. It's a manual thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I think we've covered everyone this evening in our questions. Guys, if you have any further questions, just get back to the person who invited you. I'm sure that they'll be able to answer your question. All right, because our presentation has extended itself this evening. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to touch on 2 persons to share their testimony with us this evening. So let's hear from, let's go over to Firebrace. Firebrace, you're there. Would you like to share your experience in PGI with us this evening? Okay, well, we're not hearing Firebrace. So let's go to the next person. Okay, so we go over to Granville. Granville, you can go ahead and share your experience in PGI.
I'm here, Chris.
All right, let him go.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Firebrace.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Wait, Firebrace, Pat, could you mute? Because I think we're getting some feedback from your phone. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Firebrace. Yeah.
Yeah, good night, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Great job again, Chris. Just wanted to give you a little bit of history of how I got myself involved in PGI. In October of last year, Mr. Chris Brain approached me and he spoke to me about cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And he came into my workplace, so we had a chat. And he promised to get back to me, but he never got back to me now in February of 2021. He sent me a WhatsApp with the link to listen to the presentation. That was the night of the 24th of February. The very next day on the 25th, I joined because I liked what I saw. Like everyone else, I started off with a $100 package. $1 there was okay, but to me, that was not exactly what I wanted because I really want to do some investing, want my money to make money for me. So quickly thereafter, I bought myself the $1,000 package, which gave me a total of $10 plus the $1 I was making. So that was $11 per day. Again, decent money, but maybe I got a little bit greedy, so I wanted to go up a little bit more. So I eventually bought the $5,000 package. So within 2 months, I was up to $61 per day. And right now, because of the power of compounding, I'm up to $73 a day. So PGI is working for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for all you other people out there. So take your money out of the bank that just sitting down doing nothing. Take a chance with PGI, invest your money, and I'm sure you will see some success in the company. So that's where I'm at right now. A total of 73 per day, and hopefully by the end of this month, I should be pretty close to $100 per day. Thanks to my leader, Chris Brain, I am able to compound. I'm able to improve my standard of living. And I do it just by sitting at home and watch my money grow day by day. Thank you, people. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, Fabrice. Really appreciate you sharing, your testimony and what you've experienced so far in PGA. Because guys, PGA is about changing lives, and that's what this company is all about. Okay, from day one, the company have all venture out just to change lives all across the world, and that's just what they're doing. So let's go over to Granville. Granville, go ahead and share with us this evening.
Yes. I want to say a pleasant good night to everyone. I'm so happy and excited to be here. And I like to use a word, how PGI has me feeling. And that word is inexpressibly sweet. And it is all because of the wonderful thing that PGI is doing for me, is doing for others. But I am speaking on my behalf right now. I started on the 28th day of October last year with $100 package like everybody else. And I started receiving $1 after the first 72 hours. And that was nice, but it said not good enough. So I went straight to my credit union and I borrowed $1,000. And I was able to purchase a $500 at the time because there was a $500 package. So then I was earning $6. And normally I would say like every Christmas, that same $1,000 I would borrow to take me through the Christmas period. And it would take a whole year to repay it. But when I borrowed it from PGI, I was able to repay that $1,000 within 3 months. Yes, 3 months. All because that PGI is doubling my money. So that made it possible for me. So I started to withdraw money to my blockchain wallet every possible week. And it began to accumulate, and I put a little more with it. And then when the Bitcoin went up to $47,000, the money in my blockchain wallet also increased dramatically. And I saw $906, and I was able to put the remainder and purchase my $1,000 package. I was earning $16 then. And I started compounding, and since then was able to purchase some more $600 packages, some 400, and so right now I am earning $42 US every possible day. I feel so good about this, people, because there are a lot of people out there that are not working. There are a lot of people that don't know where their next meal is coming from. But thank God PGI is paying me $42 a day. And let me tell you, between Monday and Tuesday next week, I'll be purchasing 2 more packages, which is $1,000 and a $600 package, which would put me at something looking like 57, because one of my first package will expire within the next 4 days or so. I don't mind. And I want to say to you tonight, if you are seeing this program for the first time, or you're hearing about it for the first time, to get as excited as I am, people, and run down to the banks, run down to your credit union, and borrow. You don't even gotta borrow it, because if you have it there, go and take it off. Let me tell you something. You have given the banks permission to manage your money. And the banks are smiling because that you have done that. They take your money and they invest it and they make a lot of interest in themselves and they give you very little. And then even the little bit that they give you for interest, they take it back from you every possible month. Tell you that your accounts have to be serviced. And I left one bank because when I went to the bank to do a transaction, the lady told me, it's about my money isn't right. You know what she told me? And the amount to service my account every month had moved from $2.50 to $16. And I got really annoyed and I tell her, close it right now, sweetheart. And that is what I did. So let me tell you, PGI, you all trust the banks with your money, but I trust PGI to trade Bitcoins for me. And as a result of that, they give me back at least 1% every possible day. And that is the reason why I am now earning 42 and will be earning over 50, close to $60 by next week. So I want you to tell yourself that you will like the same thing to happen for you. And it can only happen if you take that big step and go and get that money and let PGI double it for you. For those of you who don't know, I am a totally blind person and I'm doing this thing very, very well. I'm managing it all by myself. And if I can manage it by myself as a blind person, you should be able to manage it because you can see better than me, because I can't see at all. So I take my advice and make that bold step, and you wouldn't regret it, people. Thank you very much, Chris, for allowing me to share. I want to thank you also for a wonderful and a fantastic presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Granville. Appreciate you sharing with us this evening as well. Guys, PGI, as I mentioned to you, PGI is all about changing lives all over the world. You heard from a few persons here. I mean, there are many more testimonies that we have, but due to time, okay, we won't be able to cover any more this evening. The whole idea, guys, is to believe, okay, in what is being shared with you here this evening.
Aurora Season, naniniwala ako.
I, Marlene, I believe.
Shamsu Mia, I believe.
Julie Levicoin.
Lucy Mwema, Mamini.
Mintoy Mendes, I believe.
I believe. Philip King, I believe.
Miguel Angel Lopez, I believe.
Scalina Kamau, Namini.
Benny Akip, I believe.
Mumuza Gerard, I believe.
Hola, soy Elizabeth Mubago.
I'm Raquel Paulino, I firmly believe.
Aisha Abdullahi, I believe.
I, Denise Scales, I believe.
I, Rachel, I believe.
Swin Uhi Omar Farouk, I believe.
Dane Kohler, I believe.
Shafiullah, I believe.
Helen Graham, I absolutely believe.
Harvey Palafox, I am a believer. These are all the masters and the presidents of PGI Global. And when I asked them,
to the world, to the world, to the world, to the world.
PGA,
Thank you everyone for believing. We are here to change your life. Thank you.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. There you have it. This is our presentation for this evening. We want to thank everyone for making it out this evening. Also, thank all those persons who had invited someone this evening as well. We welcome all those persons who join us. Get back in touch with the person who invited you. Our next session is tomorrow. Our next presentation, guys, tomorrow at 8. The link is the same, so you can get the link out. Even if you've seen the presentation here for the first time, you can be inviting someone tomorrow to our presentation tomorrow. All right, let them come and get this crypto education. And guys, it's all about, seeing the opportunity and taking hold of it and run with it, because It is here. It is finally here, a way for you to become financially free. All right. So thanks, everyone. Good night, everyone, and God bless. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.